Hey guys, welcome back to Hammer Down Pros tabletop reviews. To get right to it today, I saw this knife, an old review of this knife. This knife has been out for a while, and since we just did a video a couple of videos ago about, collector's piece versus real world use knives, I wanted to bring what I think is a perfect example of something that is not a bad knife if you're a collector, but you got to kind of apply common sense and the real world take on it if you're a outdoorsman or if you're a fisherman. Outdoorsman is a fisherman, but whatever. If you're outdoors and you're using your knives, machetes, whatever, real use, in a real use sort of way. So I'm going to put this knife on screen. It is the Schrade Corby, okay? The Schrade Corby. And we're going to go over the specs real quick because we got to get into this because there's a lot to go over here. It's a 12-inch blade. I'm going to take it out and let you see it, but it's a 12-inch blade, 5.6-inch handle. I think it's 17 and some change overall, okay? Or I guess that would be, yeah, 17 and some change overall. 440 stainless, powder, I believe there's a powder coating on it. I'll show you. Micarta handle and a leather sheath. Really there's not much more to go. The only thing I wish I would have got was, I wish I would have got the weight, and I don't have my heavy scale, so I can't do the weight for you. But just based on me hefting it, I can tell you now that it's pushing past 3 pounds. It's pushing past 3 pounds. It's up there. I mean, I don't have a, I can't judge things, but it's definitely up there. It's over. So, I'm going to take it out here, and I'm going to lay it down. Again, not a bad, I'm trying to get as much of it in the shot as I can. Not a bad looking knife. And I'll say right now, if it were lighter, not smaller, lighter. We just had a video a couple of videos ago. We were talking about the blood groove and how, people could, the fuller, and how they could take weight out of the knife. This is a perfect example of a knife that could have benefited from having a fuller used on it. A fuller here or somewhere in the middle, or even a shaped fuller, because this thing is heavy. It's heavy. They saying it's not full tang on all of the specs for the different websites I went to. I don't doubt that. I've even seen some reviews from Amazon where people have said that once they got it, the micarta was loose. Go look for yourself. Go to the reviews and different stuff. I never used this. In a foolish flight of fancy, I purchased it years ago, and they got me open-eyed and wide-eyed like they probably get everybody else. The first thing that surprised all of us, I see the one constant that runs through all the reviews is how heavy it was, surprising the purchaser. And that would be me. It was heavy. I'm going to do something. I don't usually do this. I'm going to do this right now. I just want to show you something. Now, hold on for a second. Okay? Stop it. Get the hell out of here. So let's have this conversation. This guy, you guys, I dug in a box to get this out. We talked about the knives, the library knives, the knives you file away. This is one of them. This is honestly one of them. So Jesus, let's talk about uses. If you were to purchase this knife, cost is around $50. I've seen it anywhere still available, certain places. It's discontinued from Schrade, so it's like second party or people who just got it, like overstocked or whatever, eBay, whatever. I've seen it for as much as $99, and I've seen it for as little as $49. So we're going to say it's in the price range of someone who's looking for a big Bowie, and if that's your thing, do you. But realistically, those of us who purchase and have purchased have a responsibility to talk to you guys about the knife so that they're sitting there with the money in their hand or the credit card and they're like, I should get that. We have to give them our honest opinion. Plus, is real quick, it has this great handle design. Other than it being heavy as hell, it has this great handle design. It has these really, really cool handguard features. It does have like a sub-super. It really is. It's hard to boo-hoo something and then tear it apart at the same time. The micarta looks great. The grooves in the micarta are beautiful. They contour into this sub-hilt. Fantastic. You got a churl here that I guess if you thought you were strong enough to use this in bushcraft or real world use, you I guess you could call yourself choking up in the choil is there, but yeah, okay. Right there it says Schrade Extreme Survival. I guess it was a part of their Extreme Survival series. Yeah, you would extremely fail at surviving if this was your only knife out in the wilderness and you thought you could wield it a certain kind of way. Again, I need to put in the framing here that we do not come into this channel hacking on people's choices. I keep putting my hand over the knife because I want you guys to see how large it is. I want you guys to see how large it is. And this is one of those rare occasions where you see a knife and you say, wow, it looks heavy. Dude, you don't have to guess. Let me take care of it for you. This damn thing is heavy. Heavy to the point, nice segue into what we're doing, heavy to the point where you carrying it on this sheath, okay, leather sheath too. It's okay. It has stackers in it, not necessarily finished well, whatever. Single stitched, and it has this one strap with a snap, which is cool. There's your belt loop right there. It's a pretty big belt loop. I guess if you have a big belt, you can put it. And double stitched on the belt, the sheath above the belt loop. So, okay. You're not carrying this all day on a hunt or a hike. Real world uses. Hunting, I'm pretty sure people who really have hunted, they laid out in fields with ticks and they're out there in the fall where it's cold enough in the morning to make you shiver, but warm enough as the sun comes up to make you sweat in your camo. This is not the knife you're going to carry. This isn't. It just isn't. You bother with ticks and bugs and all that kind of other crap, and then you got to carry a damn, broadsword. No, that's not going to happen. So I heard somebody say one time, boar hunting, I would use it for boar. Yeah, dude. So how many people you got with you? And when you're tired after being out there boar hunting, who's going to help you use this to pierce a boar? So we're having a conversation, okay? Fishing, I'm just going to say no right now. Who in the hell is going to carry a knife this big and this heavy fishing? Who are you, Captain Ahab? What are you fishing for? Vampire mermaids? Cut it out. Stop that. Camping, okay, this is where it kind of gets a pass, because if this was the camp knife, in other words, a shared knife that is in the shared camp pack, I get it. It's a big chopper, and the blade is contoured to the point where it could be a slicer if you were prepping meat, or even as it has this swedge here at the top, so you can't really, I don't recommend any knife be used as for batoning, but if you had to, I guess you could. But camp knife, yes, you would use. I mean, I could see a camp knife. It has this pommel here that could be used as a hammer or a smasher, but it again, it's just the weight, dude. Hiking, we would say hiking, and then someone says, well, yeah, I carry a big knife when I go hiking, and shut up. Stop it. Stop. We don't hack on people on these vids, but stop it. Come on. And again, you would have to put your hands on this. You would say, why is my pack so heavy? Because you're carrying a 77 Chevelle in your pack right here. That's why your pack is heavy. Okay? The thing is just massive and huge and bulky. And it's, you know, if you don't have carpal tunnel, you will have it. You know, I'm leaving the house and I'm going to have my knife and I've got my, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and, you know, I'm not, again, when you buying these knives, tailor the purchase towards what you're really trying to do. If you want a collector's piece, this is the one for you. It's a big Bowie. If you're a Schrade fan, this should definitely be in your collection. This should definitely be something, again, I'm putting my hand over so you can see how large it is. This should definitely be in your collection if you're a Schrade fan. This is the Schrade Bowie. It's one of their best Bowie. It is a beautifully made knife. However, she is heavy. And you would need to, you know, kind of apply that to what you're really doing with the knife. Cutting brush, prepping firewood, as a defense knife if you're in the woods, as a finisher if you're hunting and you hunt what I call dangerous games. I would say the most that people would try to do something like that with is a boar, and you know, I don't even really see that. Somebody joked one time, we were at a table, we said, well, yeah, you might go out and hunt. I said, if you hunt a bear with this, you should just like kind of grease it up, because the bear is going to shove this up your ass. So I don't even know what the hell. So this is a collector's piece. This is not a real, in my opinion, this is not a real world use knife. I see the reviews. The guy said, oh, it's a beast. It's a mutant. Yeah, man. Okay, if you into Conan knives, and if you built like, you know, circa 1970s, 1980s Schwarzenegger, do you. However, for the guy who's sitting home, and just like me, he came across an old Corby review, and he's looking at it as if to say, you know, well, I wonder if I should get that, and then let it fall into a part of my real use collection. My real use, you know, applicably, could it be applied to my real, could I do a bug out bag thing with that? Yeah, no. No, the answer is no. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to put on screen what I think is comparatively probably about 100, probably about 50, 60, probably about $70 more. The RTAC, the Ontario, the OKC RTAC 2, probably about $70 more. You can find them used and so forth, whatever. This is $50, 60. I've seen it 60 to 70, as much as 90. This I've seen from anywhere from $76 used to about 120 still, 130. So realistically, but if you're asking me, blade size, weight, carry, utility, yeah, no. This is what you would want. In my opinion, amongst my collection, this is reasonably more of a utilitarian use knife for camping, hiking, fishing, hunting than this. I mean, I could pick this up and I would say this is two of these weighs what this one weighs. Seriously. So, guys, that's my opinion. It's going to go back and get filed away into the the library there because, again, whatever. But I wanted you guys to, I can't just show you guys the knives where they always get the hammer down and whatever. I got to show you guys some of the stuff in my collection that's like, yeah, I bought it and it's not a bad piece. And if you want a collector's piece, I got a friend who sent me a picture of his man cave, I guess you could call it, where he had all of his knives that he doesn't carry. They're his collector piece, like his Kit Rays, his Gil Hibbins and stuff like that. And he has one of these and he has it up on the shelf because, you know, and I asked him, I said, yo, man, why you don't have your Corby over there with you? He said, stop playing, man. You know, my wrists are thin. You know, he's like, I have my wrists are thin. I can't do. So that's what he did. I was just saying. So he's like, I'm not trying to break my wrist while I'm out there chopping something. So that's realistic. That's realistic. And, you know, that's where we're going to leave it at today. Again, just to touch back on it again, there's a difference between real world use knives. If you're there, sitting there about to spend your money on something that you're going to use for the next 20 years, possibly pass on to your kid, you know, do some stuff to it, modify it or whatever, but it's going to be a real world use knife. Strap it to a bag, strap it to your belt, carry it, whatever, boom, 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 boom. There's a difference between real world applications of stuff and what I consider just something that you want to get because it's cool. This, you know, your buddy got this one. I just want to have that. It's bigger and heavier. And then that's great. That's great. When you sitting around eating dinner like this because your wrists are broke from the fucking, don't say nothing to me to say, you dick. So I'm not being mean. I'm just being real. And you know, seriously, again, we touch on the fact that we live in times where you might have to have a real world use knife this size that's applied to certain uses that you really might need to count on, as opposed to something that you bought in a fit of fancy or just because there's a difference between what you need, as my father would say, and what you want. So let's not forget that. Let's keep it greasy. Let's keep it 100%. Guys, this has been great. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, comment, share. Message me. Let me know what you guys are thinking about what I'm doing. And yeah, this has been cool. All right, don't forget, cut away. Well, not with this, because if you cut away with this, you fucking around. Don't cut away. Cut away. And I'll see you next time. Peace.